Hello everybody and welcome back for some weekly VR news, where I keep you up to date on everything in the VR industry, prepare you for upcoming game releases, and then focus in on one major topic. Today, we have confirmation that the Quest Pro is coming in October, the PSVR 2 is launching in early 2023, some huge game announcements, SteamVR is getting some UI updates, Nvidia may be hinting that they're breaking into the VR sector, and finally, we have a dongle designed to bring streaming games to your Quest 2. Now, this is going to be a packed news video, so I would love to hear down in the comments which story is most important to you. Now, there are, of course, links and timestamps to everything we'll be discussing, but before we jump in, this video is brought to you by Wands Alliances. Wands Alliances features highly competitive 3v3 online action. If you're sick of traditional shooters or prefer something that focuses more on teamwork and strategy, you'll want to look into this game. There's 3 distinct classes to master, a large array of unlockable spells, and highly competitive gameplay that's easy to learn but tough to master. If you're looking for additional information, there are links down in the description. Okay, so let's start with this week's new releases, and we actually have a title that was missed in last week's episode, and that's Jupiter and Mars. Jupiter and Mars is a world-saving, dolphin-controlling adventure title. It previously released for other flat and VR platforms, and now Quest owners will get to experience those stunning underwater visuals and fantastic soundtrack. There's also a power-up and progression system, true-to-life aquatic creatures to rescue, and secrets to discover. So if that sounds like your style, take a dip in this title, but if you're looking for more action, we have Transformers Beyond Reality. I've been excited for this on-rail shooter for quite some time now, and unfortunately, it was just confirmed as a PlayStation VR exclusive. I'm pretty sure I heard 2 massive sighs with that sentence, on-rails and exclusivity, but I still really want to jump into this title because it looks action-packed, and I have previously enjoyed on-rail shooters. Now, I hope it does eventually come to additional platforms, and as much as I want to cover this game, I don't have access yet, so it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Remember the fact that us YouTubers need some time to actually play through the game so we could have our opinions ready for when it launches. While we're on the topic of early access, we have a free public beta to mash me up a collection of fun mini-games. Rather than paying for one single game, you now have access to a collection of both unique new and classic games. This includes titles like Connect 4 Basketball and Air Hockey. It's also a great way to socialize, so why not check out the free public beta available from Applab. And finally, in today's new games, I have one more free title for those of you who aren't sick of killing zombies. Welcome to Chornobayivka is a game that I had to get an Eastern European to help me pronounce correctly. Or more importantly, it's a free zombie shooter where you help protect Ukraine from an invasion of Russian zombies. Now in this title that's obviously politically loaded, you'll get to mow down a ton of different enemies with a handful of different weapons, ranging from melee to fully automatic. While it only has 17 reviews on Steam right now, it is 100% positive, and it looks to be a fun way to kill an hour or so. If you end up trying it, please let me know how it was down in the comments. Okay, so let's move into some game updates, which I am extremely excited for. First up, Owlchemy Lab has teased a new co-op game. These are the developers of some extremely fun titles like Job Simulator, Rick and Morty Virtual Reality, and Cosmonious High. Now, this will be their first foray into a co-op title, so I'm really curious to see how this one plays. Now, an even bigger update comes for a title that I absolutely love, and that is Everslaught. It appears that Fast Travel Games is the new publisher for this title, and it's getting a Quest version with co-op support. Currently, Everslaught is only available on PCVR, and it's a fast-paced, stunningly beautiful combination of Doom and Diablo. It's in early access, and I've been dying for new updates, and I'm really excited for this news. Now, I hope the Quest and PC version remain in line, and while I know the Quest definitely won't match the visuals, I'm hoping it at least maintains that fast-paced combat. It's currently scheduled to release early in 2023, and I cannot wait for this. Sticking with amazing updates, the new After the Fall Reclamation season is coming on September 15th. So once again, we are getting new weapons, new gameplay modes, and new maps. After the Fall is an amazing 4-person co-op shooter that plays a lot like Left 4 Dead, which I really enjoyed at release, but thought it needed a lot more content. Well, lucky for us, the content keeps coming, and I am ready to jump back into this game. And finally, in game updates, we got 6 minutes of gameplay for Saints and Sinners Chapter 2. We got a look at the new pawn shop system, the game's night mode, some new areas, weapons with laser sights, submachine guns, that beautiful new chainsaw, and a big bad enemy named the Axeman. I'm more pumped than ever to jump into this story-driven shooter, and this looks like a significant update from the original Saints and Sinners. Now, do you know what else looks like an amazing update? The UI changes for SteamVR. Currently, Valve's major piece of hardware is the Steam Deck, and it has been amazingly successful. Their new UI is extremely intuitive, and it's going to become the norm in both SteamVR and big screen mode. This is great to hear because that SteamVR interface definitely needs some upgrades, and Valve has mentioned how the Steam Deck has been such a useful tool in gathering user information that it is helping helping them bring updates to multiple different areas of their platform, and they still kind of tease us that we're gonna eventually get a Steam Deck style VR headset. Speaking of teasing, during their recent quarterly earnings call, Nvidia hinted that they would be breaking into a new gaming area. Now there's only two likely sectors: cloud-based gaming or VR gaming. Now when it comes to mobile chips, Nvidia is lacking behind other companies, and they're primarily known for their high-end PC GPUs. Now I would love to see them enter the mobile VR market, and we eventually get an x86 architecture Valve Deckard featuring a custom Nvidia GPU, but I'm not exactly sure how likely that is to happen. Luckily though, we do have plenty of confirmed hardware in today's video, and the first one is the PlayStation VR 2, which will be playable next month at the Tokyo Game Show. Now, I doubt I have any viewers from Tokyo, but if you are going to that convention, you will be able to play Resident Evil Village on the PlayStation VR 2. So obviously that means Sony is in a comfortable position for launch, and it all comes down to logistics. The headset has been confirmed for early 2023, which basically means anytime before April, and I've personally been expecting a March launch date, but hopefully it comes sooner than that. With over 20 confirmed PlayStation VR release titles, it's really going to shake up the VR industry. Now, a few things recently shook up Meta, and the first was the ability to drop your Facebook account, and now everything has moved to Meta and Horizon profiles. Multiple people have asked me how to do this, but I think it's a really straightforward process. My Quest headset prompted me, and then you either grab your phone or PC, head over to the link they recommend, answer a few questions like, do you want to disconnect your Facebook account? What level of privacy do you want to set? And then you're done. A how-to video really isn't necessary, but I will link you to Meta's official video. Now, as expected, some users are experiencing some account issues, and it's even gone as far as preventing some users from accessing their games. Now, while this does suck, it seems to be quite limited, and hopefully it all gets resolved quickly. Now, in other not so great news, Vivek Sharma, Meta's head of the Horizon project, has recently left the company, and those Horizon update images that Mark Zuckerberg showed off last week, after being ridiculed on how lame the metaverse looked, well, we're finding out those images were just concept art. So don't expect Horizon Worlds to get a graphical boost anytime soon. But something that can definitely help improve the metaverse is Ready Player Me raising $56 million to build a cross-platform avatar system. If you haven't used Ready Player Me, it's an absolutely fantastic website that allows you to quickly snap a picture of yourself and create a digital avatar. From there, you can import it to other applications like VR chat, and I was extremely impressed with how easy the process was, the level of quality in the avatars, and the number of options available for free. I would love to see their system rolled out cross-platform. And as someone who notoriously refuses to buy any in-game content, I would even consider buying upgrades to my avatar, because it's a form of self-representation. I might want to remain as the same overall person, but just add scars and tattoos when I move into something like an RPG. I really hope the $56 million they received made this possible, and we see this functionality one day. Now, some new functionality that will be available in the near future for the Quest 2 and most likely future Quest headsets is an official game streaming USB dongle from D-Link. So in the past, if you attempted to use AirLink or even virtual desktop and your home network was just not handling it well, this would be your solution. You plug this USB dongle into your PC, and in theory, you will get the best possible wireless PCVR gaming experience on a Quest 2. So no more interference from your normal home network, low latency, and high transmission speeds. In theory, this sounds great, but we'll have to wait and see how it performs in reality. Now, there's also some rumors out there that this technology may eventually be used for cloud-based gaming, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Now, I have been in communication with D-Link, and I hope to provide a review in the near future. Okay, so our final story is Mark Zuckerberg has confirmed that Project Cambria, which will most likely officially be named the Quest Pro, is releasing in October. Now, this was during his recent appearance on the Joe Rogan podcast, and you can see that Meta is still struggling with some branding issues. Joe Rogan repeatedly referred to the Quest 2 as the Oculus headset, and even said his buddy does all that metaverse stuff in VR chat. So clearly there's an issue here, and I don't believe the release of a Quest Pro will help capture the mainstream audience either. While I'm really excited to experiment with the new features on this product, this is a prosumer or enterprise targeted device. The most likely $1,500 price tag places it out of bounds for the average user. It won't be, nor is it designed to elevate VR gaming, and I've actually spoken to a few individuals who have tried it, and while they think the new hardware is really cool, they do back up the fact that it doesn't really benefit gaming, and even comes with its own few new caveats. Regardless, I will get my hands on a Quest Pro as soon as possible, and I can't wait to give you guys my opinion on it. Now, I would love to hear what you guys think about the upcoming release of the Quest Pro, so go ahead and drop some comments. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. Okay, everybody, that was today's weekly news, and I will see you on next time.
That's the today, the VR news. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, then give it a subscribe. As always, I will see you on next.